Hello students, I am Dr. Merily Roy, Head of the Department English from Indira Gandhi Government Arts and Commerce College, Vaishali Nagar. My college is affiliated to Hemchand Yadav University, Durg. So students, today we will be studying Natya Shastra by Bharat Muni and our special emphasis will be on Ras and Bhav. So students, let's get started. So dear students, let's start with the introduction. As you all know, Natya Shastra is an ancient encyclopedic treatise attributed to sage Bharat Muni. It is a Sanskrit text based on performing arts. By performing arts, we means dance, drama, music, anything related to it. It is said that it has a compilation of 36 chapters and 6,000 sutras, or we can call it poetic verses. It is assumed to be compiled between 200 BCE and 200 CE. But there are many different views about its compilation. But it is assumed that it has been compiled between 200 BCE and 2000 CE. Now let us study something about the historical aspect of Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra. Actually, the occasion and reason of scripting Natya Shastra is not known, although there is a myth associated with it. It is said that some gods approached Lord Brahma and they urged him to create something that is aesthetic, that would give solace to eyes and ears. Then he extracted the essence of four Vedas and thus created the fifth Veda, Natya Veda. So, Natya Veda is considered as the fifth Veda which has been created by Lord Brahma. He created this Veda by extracting word and speech from Rig Veda. He extracted song music from Samveda, the art of expression from Yajurveda, and elements of ras from Atharveda. And it was Lord Brahma who wanted that Bharat Muni should spread the knowledge of Natya Shastra to everyone. At this point, it is also said that Bharat Muni mentioned that he has 100 sons, or it may be assumed that he had 100 disciples who would spread this knowledge to people. Now let's know something more about Natya Shastra. As you all know, the original Natya Shastra was in Sanskrit, which was written by Bharat Muni, but it is not available. But we come to know about Natya Shastra by the commentaries of Abhinav Gupta in his book Abhinav Bharati. Abhinav Gupta was a philosopher and visionary of the 11th century. About Bharat Natya Shastra, it is said that it is a text on aesthetic in Indian dance, drama, music, art. It has various things such as stage formation, mandapa, formation of mandapa, different mudras, makeups by the artist, costumes that they have to wear, genres of acting, body movements, musical scales, different type of instruments, and also about ras and bhav. Dear students, it is said that Natya Shastra is the outcome of several centuries of theatrical practice by hereditary actors who pass their talent and tradition orally from generation to generation. This book Natya Shastra is in form of a dialogue between Bharat Muni and other munis and other sages who approached him asking about Natya Veda. As you know, Natya means drama or any performing arts. Veda or Shastra means the text or knowledge. The answer to such questions, which was asked by the sages to Bharat Muni, comprises the text of Natya Shastra. Here, there is also difference in opinion about the compilation. Was the compilation made by a group of scholars or it was precisely made by a single person, Bharat Muni? But seeing the unity of the text and the instances of the coherent references suggests that the composition was perhaps made by a single person and precisely it was Bharat Muni. So students, as I already told you that this video will mainly focus on Ras and Bhav and the relationship as mentioned in Natya Shastra. In Natya Shastra, chapter 6 and chapter 7 has a presentation of Ras and Bhav in details as given by Bharat Muni. It is said that Bhav and Ras are interrelated. Display of Bhav through Abhinay, a communication of the body, speech, mind, and scenic aspects, accompanied by song and music, generates Ras in the audience. Let me explain you the meaning of Ras and Bhav. As you all know, that Ras and Bhav is kind of relationship between a performer artist and a spectator audience. Suppose you all know about Ras means food. In food, when we prepare food, there are different spices or ingredients are added in the food and it creates a taste called as Ras. Similarly, to create Ras or emotion or aesthetic feelings, we have to generate Bhav. This Bhav is expressed, thus generated, is expressed through the acting of the artist. Let me further explain you. In a drama, a spectator, has a very vital role. It is his experience and reactions by seeing the play that makes the play successful or unsuccessful. Bharat Muni says that human soul is bhav, jagat or the world of emotions. These emotions, there may be different type of emotions, maybe of hatred, maybe of love, maybe of fear. These emotions called as bhav are displayed by the character by his acting. Along with his acting, he takes the association of different things, maybe scenic beauty, maybe music, maybe dance, and thus these emotions or the bhav are flowed from the actors to the audience, and in audience they generate a aesthetic sense, a emotions is aroused, and thus ras is generated. So bhav is the emotions of a character. The actor uses his skill to express this bhav. It has an impact on the spectator, and so the emotional responses of the bhav is what we called as ras. So ras is something very sensuous which is generated due to the acting, due to the bhav that has been expressed by the artist. So, my dear students, you now know about bhav and ras. The bhav and ras theory states that, as you all have told you, bhav is the imitation of emotions that the actors play, and ras is the emotional responses that is awakened in the audience due to the bhav. So, bhav and ras establishes a relationship between a performer, that is artist, and the spectator, that is audience. At this point, I want to tell you about two more terms that would help you to understand ras and bhav more elaborately. Bibhav. Bhava is the determinants. Bhava are the determiners or the different circumstances, maybe the time of the year, maybe the season, maybe the surroundings that affects the character, so that he may feel sorrow, anger, emotions, means due to the bhivav or due to the determiners, emotions or the bhav is aroused in a character. And this character then exhibits a specific action like weeping, blushing, etc. This is called as abhinay. So after bhav is aroused in a character, he does abhinay. In abhinay, he displaces the different bhav properly. It is very important for an artist because through abhinay, he arouses bhav of the character, which is done very skillfully, and it is then conveyed to the audience. If the artist does the abhinay very skillfully, then the ras is generated in the audience, means he gets the enjoyment of the play. Thus, ras is felt by the audience. Now, we'll study about different type of ras and bhav. In Natya Shastra, Bharat Muni has mentioned about 8 bhavs and consequently 8 rasas. First, Rati. Rati means pleasure. The indicators or bhivav to arouse this bhav may be the season, the decoration of the body with garlands, use of colors, incense, ornaments, or feasting. Due to Rati, the rasa that is generated is Shringar, and this can be determined by smiling face, sweet talk, play of the eyes, eyebrows, or sidelong glasses. These are the anubhavs due to the Shringar ras. The second bhav is hasa. The bhivav in this is mimicking others' actions. It may be comic, speech, or foolish action. The rasa that is generated due to hasa is hasya ras. The anubhav in hasya ras may be laughter, smile, expression, expressive emotional, imitating others, or laughter. The next bhav is shoka or sorrow. The bhava in this may be separation from the dear ones, death, loss of wealth, sad experience, loss, or maybe some pathetic incident. The rasa generated is Karun rasa. In Karun rasa, the bhava may be weeping, crying, loss of colors, shaking of limbs, weakness in the limbs, screaming, and shedding of tears, etc. The next bhav is krodha or anger. The bhava may be quarrel, debate, or argument. And the rasa that is generated is rudra or fury. The anubhav from this rasa is dilating of nostrils, shouting, biting of lips, red eyes, etc. The next bhav is utsaha or vigor. The bhivav may be high spirits, strength, courage, bravery, heroism, and the rasa that is generated is virras or heroic. The anubhav or the sensors may be courage, confidence, shouting with confidence, to look with very confident, and sacrifice, etc. The next bhav is bhay or fear. The bhiva or the indicators may be viewing a wild beast or offense against a king, howling of wolves, crying of owls, dark night, alone, and the rasa developed is bhayanak ras, means terrible. The indicators or the sensors or the anubhav may be hand and feet trembling, hearing some nearing to some dark places, heart beating very fast, sweating, drying of mouth, etc. The next bhav is jugupsa or disgust. The vibhav in this may be hearing or seeing some unpleasant things. The rasa that is generated is bhivatsa rasa. The anubhava may be disgust face, spitting, making faces, etc. The next bhav or the last bhav is Vishmaya or wonder. The bhava in this may be illusion, magic, supernatural, some unique art or creature. And the rasa that is developed is Adbhut rasa. The anubhav in this may be wondering, big eyes, open mouth, raised eyebrows. Now, apart from eight rasa, though Bharat Muni did not mention about the nine rasa, but it was Abhinav Gupta who had mentioned about ninth rasa, that was Shant rasa. Bharat Muni in his Natya Shastra also associated rasas with colors and deities. The Shringar rasa is associated with green color and the deity is Lord Vishnu. Hasya rasa is associated with white color and the deity is Lord Ganesha. The Rudra is associated with, is given the red color and the deity is Rudradev. The Karuna rasa is associated with grey color and the deity is Yama. The next rasa, V rasa, is associated with light brown color and the deity associated with it is Lord Indra. Then Bhayanak ras is given the color black and the deity is Kal. Bibhatsa rasa is given blue color and the deity associated it is Lord Shiva. Then the last is Adbhuta rasa. The color is yellow and the deity is Lord Brahma. So dear students, in this video you had a brief knowledge about Natya Shastra, its historical aspects, about Lord, about Bharat Muni, and mainly about Ras and Bhav. To conclude, I would like to quote from Natya Shastra. Yatho hasta tatho drishti, yatho drishti tatho mana, yatho mana tatho bhava, yatho bhava tatho rasa. It says that as you develop, where you look, so your mind also develops in the similar way. When your mind develops, you develop a bhav. When bhav is developed, the rasa is generated. So you had come to know that how bhav and rasa are correlated and generated from each other. So this was all about rasa and bhav. So dear students, in this video we had a detailed study of Natya Shastra. Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra, about the historical aspects, about the evolutions, and especially we had the emphasis on Ras and Bhav. I think all the portions have been clear to you, and thanks students for a patient hearing. I think you liked the video and it would have quenched all your queries about Natya Shastra. Thank you.